Hello, happy Friday everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. Welcome to my sewing room, and it's time for a Friday chat. So shall we chat? I am really looking forward to sharing a couple of things, and I don't know if I should start with the disappointment or the cure. So I'm going to do the disappointment first. Last week I was talking about fall plans, and I have all these patterns, great ideas, and oh my gosh, the feedback was wonderful. And I wanted to make, still do, the Connie shacket. So I spent some time printing out and cutting out my pattern, and it was really kind of cool because I very rarely fit all the measurements exactly fit into one size, and I did on this. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful about it. I printed 3 sizes, but I didn't need to because my measurements fit in, all of them, into one size. So it's all printed and ready to go. And I pulled out my fabric, laid it out, went to cut, and I bought this fabric for this project. I knew how much fabric it was required, and I bought the right amount. So I laid it out, laid it on my pieces, and it just wasn't fitting. It wasn't fitting no matter what I did. I had to choose between all the bits and pieces, you know, the cuff, the collar, the placket, all of that, or the sleeve. I couldn't do both. And I made it shorter and shorter and shorter, which I didn't want to do. Like, I wanted the longer version, at least the hip length. And even if I did the shortest version, it still was not going to fit. Okay, real life, my battery just died. So I think I could pick up where I left off. But you never know, because you think you know and then you don't know. But I think I was about to say that I was baffled. Why didn't this fit when I had plenty of fabric? It was simply too narrow. It was 44. Actually, I measured it at 43. That inch mattered because every inch mattered. And so I just simply didn't have that extra width that I needed for all this stuff. I even tried, you know, moving things around. I did all kinds of Tetrising. I even laid the entire piece of fabric flat and tried to, you know, imagine where every piece would fit, and it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. So I went on Google searching, image searching, looking for this fabric. Well, guess what? Other people are looking for it too. Probably the same reason. So I don't have enough fabric. Can't find any more. Joann's is gone. This fabric's gone. If you know of any, let me know, because that would be my ideal, is to find half a yard or a yard more of this fabric would be amazing. Amazing. So I'll still keep looking. And then I started thinking, abandon, you know, the idea and maybe look for some other fabric to make the shacket, which I will do. I want the shacket. I wanted it to be in this fabric, but I will look for another piece of beautiful plaid, and there's tons out there, so that's my next mission. And then what to do with this, you know, because it's not as much as I thought it was, as far as I could make a simple jacket without any. It can't have a collar, placket, it can have a sleeve and a body, that's about it. I don't know what to do with it. So it's pretty heavy. It needs to be a jacket or a vest, or I don't know, skirt. It could be a skirt maybe, I don't know. So you know, it was just disappointing because I was so ready to get on this. And I can't just run down to Joann's and get some plaid fabric, which is normally what I would do in this moment. So I live in a small town. We don't have a Michael's. We don't have a Hobby Lobby. We don't have any fabric stores. Walmart used to carry fabric, but they've cut it way back, and it's all pre-cut, and none of it's really garment. It's really not. It's more like home decor and crafting, in my opinion. And they used to have garment. They used to have everything. They had, oh my gosh, when I first moved here, my Walmart had a huge fabric section. It was just like a fabric store inside of Walmart. And then they shrunk it, and now it's shrunk even more, and which is surprising to me because it seems like it'd be a moneymaker, in my opinion. So I have no progress on the Connie shacket or this fabric. I will say, this Ellie and Mac pattern, it's not my first Ellie and Mac. I'm pretty sure I think the only things I've made from them are doll clothes and my granddaughter's little dress. But I was impressed putting this pattern together because, you know, when you do your own printing at home and you got to piece these things together, there's quite a little bit of an art to it. And I usually am a trimmer. Like I trim everything on one side and the bottom, and then it said no trimming needed. So I took them at their word, and I tried to do it without any trimming whatsoever. I just simply pieced the pieces together. Now Diana on the Ellie and Mac video, she used glue stick to hold them together. I still use tape. I'm a tape person. I use tape. I use tons of tape. I don't care. That's my thing. I'm going to use it. That's my way. And I am here to report that it did not need any trimming. The whole thing went together and every piece came out fine. I'm happy. I'm ready to go. I just need my fabric now. So I'll be searching for that, and I want to buy it in person. I want to feel it. Like this fabric feels amazing. It's knobby, it's nubby, you know, and it's substantial and fuzzy. I just love this fabric. It's not just like a flannel. This is not even a flannel. I don't know what it is, but I love it. And so how would I know if it was online? It could just be a flannel. I won't know. So disappointment all the way around. And I was just bummed. So here's the cure. You know what the cure is? The cure is make something you know will work. Make something you know will work. Now hold on a second. I want to get a pair of pants. Hold on. I'm back. Okay, so I pulled these pants out because they're my favorite pants to wear. Aren't they crazy? Look how crazy they are. They got this wild geometric print, and they're kind of take me back to mod 60s. Love it. I get so many compliments on these pants, but I also think they're comfy and they're cute and they're kind of different, not just boring. And I do dress a lot of boring. Like I wear leggings and t-shirts and a jacket almost, that's my uniform. And sometimes it can be all black. I'm just really boring. But I do love a bold print, and I will wear it. And I wear these pants a lot. And so for the cure, for my disappointment on the jacket, I thought I need another pair of pants. I like these. So I looked up in my cabinet, my little fabric cabinet's behind you. I pulled out this kind of khaki green. It's very much like this fabric. I wore this shirt because it's very much like the fabric in the pants. And I've already put the pants away. So I'm just going to have to show you a picture of me wearing them. Actually, no, I need to go get those pants. Hold the phone. Okay, I'm back again. I feel like I'm getting a workout. I have a 2-story house. So I run downstairs, get the pants, run back upstairs. Like I had to hurry for some reason, because I didn't. Obviously, there's no rush here. But I went and got the pants. So obviously, there's a lot of similarities in these two fabrics, isn't there? And I was thinking when I finished this pair of pants, how sad it was that I didn't have enough to make a t-shirt. And then I remembered, well, I've already got a t-shirt that looks just like that. I would have just had 2. So I pulled out the pattern that I used to make these pants, and I made these pants. And I love them. Let me show you me wearing them, okay? Now this is, I forgot to pull out the pattern, so I will put a link to it right here, but I have a video using that pattern to make this pants with this yoga band as a kind of hack. And it's called Easy Beginner Pants, and they are so easy. I could have made these in, like I did, I made these in no time whatsoever. But I want to discuss sewing knits for just a moment, because there's also a frustration there. And I know a lot of you in the comments will say you don't want to do knits because you think it's hard, and I get it. And like, I totally get it, because it is. And after working, my last few projects were woven. It was more clear to me than ever that there's some issues with knits. And I think the biggest one for me has always been consistency. They're not consistent. And these two fabrics, this one and this one, they're different. This is a double brush poly, and this is a bamboo, and this is lighter weight, this is thicker, more substantial, and this is light. I thought that would be nice because, and I do, I think this is nice because we're in the changing season, and it can be warm, like today is warm, it could be cool, and this would be a nice pant to get me through fall and spring again, and maybe even summer when I need something light, but still pants. So I was happy to make these. However, they fit different based on that thickness, stretch, all of it. They fit different. And so when you're making your pants, if you're watching that video that I just gave you to make these pants, and I do believe I talked about the stretch in that video, because it's just, you have to talk about it, right? And so when I'm making my pattern, it's always going to fit the very tightest fit. So this might be the thickest knit I would use. That pattern will fit with this. But when I use this, I might have to take it in because it's just so stretchy. And some of these lighter ones, they just stretch more the more you wear them. So you got to watch that hem. I noticed as I even had this on just for a little while to try it on for you guys, I thought it was getting longer. So I might hem it again. And once I get to that perfect hem and it won't stretch anymore, I'll be fine. But just things you got to work on. The waistband had to be taken in. This waistband did not. Because this knit was much thicker. It just didn't have, like, I don't know if you can see this. That's the stretch. Now this waistband, I'm going to pull the same thing. Look at that. Can you see it? Like, that's so much stretchier. We'll do it one more time with just one layer. About there. It's just stretchier. And I pulled them about the same hard. So it feels different on as well, whether it's stretchier or not. It's thicker and it just feels like it's more solid and it's going to stay, whereas this one felt like my pants were going to fall down or they were falling, and I don't want that feeling. I want it to be just right. So my point in all of this is make the pattern fit. When you're fitting your pattern, fit this pair and this waistband with the thicker, not quite as stretchy, not just a, that is what this needs to fit. And then when you get something that's super light and super stretchy, you just take it in a little. And so I try on the waistband before I even put it on the pants and see if I like the feel of it. And do I feel like it's going to hold the pants? Because there's the, I'm probably talking way too much about this yoga waistband. I've got a video on putting a yoga waistband. I point like I know where that's going to go. Putting the yoga waistband on another pair of pants, and that's already got a waistband. You can take it off and put a yoga band. And one of the things I said in that video is if your pants are heavy, like blue jeans, it's hard for this little band to hold them up. They just, and then you defeat the purpose if you make it so tight that to hold it up. So it has to be a pair of pants that aren't super heavy. And so this is not heavy at all, but it did seem like it was pulling on that waistband. I need to make it a little tighter, but not too tight to defeat the whole purpose of the comfort. So, I am happy. I did solve my disappointment with a new pair of pants. They're crazy, wild, and I'm going to enjoy wearing them, and they're not black. I cannot tell you. I should count sometime how many black pair of pants and how many black tops I have and how many black jackets. I love black. I just can't wear it enough. It's just such an easy color to wear. It just like feels classic and easy and kind of lazy a little bit, but like if I was traveling, it would just be almost all black and a few color pieces thrown in with some scarves. I'm ready to go. But I do love a bold print. Love it. So I feel better. I have something new, and my mojo isn't broken anymore by that shacket, and that it's my own fault. You know, when you're looking at the back of the pattern or whatever, that was an indie pattern, but I was looking at it online for the needed amount of fabric. How much did I need? It said 50, what did it say? 55 wide? 54? What is that number? Do you guys know? Hold on and I will tell you. 54 wide. It says that. And this was clearly 43, 44. That's 10 inches. All the way down the side. That's a lot of fabric you do not have. And I should have known that I needed more. In that moment, I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. So, que sera, sera. Do you remember that? Do you say that? Do you ever say that? Does anybody wonder what it is and what it means? Can I veer off and tell you? It's from a Doris Day movie. What was the movie? You guys help me out. And she sings this whole song. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What does it mean? I still say it all the time. Man, does stuff stick with you, right? Your whole life. Does stuff stick with you your whole life? So, future sewing plans, I don't really have any. I'm still kind of in that funk from the jacket. I think what I really want to do is spend a little bit of time shopping for a new plaid, and I don't really have an in-person option. I'm just gonna have to buy online, and so there's that. And then you know, get out those patterns and start twist my tongue. And then get out all those patterns I showed you last week and start matching up with some fabric. And, you know, just see what happens. I definitely want a couple more skirts. I might want a couple new tops. I really want to go through those patterns and see if anything in there just strikes my fancy. And on that subject, I want to show you one that you guys brought up to me in the comments. Do you read the comments? If you don't, there's so much cool stuff going on in those comments. I mean, we're having a party down there. So get into that. You'll love it. Let me share this little caution I was given by several of you. Remember this one? Super cute. Oh my gosh, Mimi G. A couple of you said make the dress and the jacket. I agree. I love, love, love it. And then I got the caution. There are complaints in some of the pattern review groups that this collar is not the same as what you see in the picture. And I thought, how could that be? Oh man, these people drive me crazy, right? So I pulled out the pattern pieces. I did. I pulled out the pattern pieces and I'm like, it kind of does not look that oversized or that dramatic. So then I looked at the picture, okay? This picture, the drawing, the line drawing. And I challenge you to tell me that it looks the same as this finished dress, finished jacket. So let me show you a close-up big of these two pictures next to each other. Because I'm feeling like this lapel, it comes all the way past her shoulder line, right here. In this picture, it comes to right here. Just like a regular coat. It's not even that dramatic. Now, I'm thinking how hard would it be to redraw it, make it bigger, but it might be hard. Because this part right here, the flap is part of the whole front of the coat. I'm not that good at redrawing, and then you'd have to match it up with the back of the collar, and it's got dramatic. I don't think yeah, I'm disappointed in that. Not that it was on my top of my list. It looks hard, and I wasn't itching to make it, but I've always wanted it. So I don't know. I'm not gonna make it now. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. We've all got each other's backs, don't we? So, you know, we're having that up and down weather, and we're having a warm day today, a cool day another day. So I don't know what I want to make, but it's definitely fall and winter. And I think, number one, I don't have a lot of fabric. I've just sewn it all up, and I really need some more. So I think I need to go shopping online and just get a bunch of new stuff in to kind of push me, because you know, there's that whole what came first, the chicken or the egg, and then in sewing it's what comes first, the pattern or the fabric. And for me, it's almost always the fabric. I see the fabric, want the fabric, need it to be something, pick something, make it, and I'm happy. I love fabric, love, love, love fabric, and I only see a couple things up there that I would even make. There's a lot of solids, good for basics, but just something fun, you know? We'll see. I definitely want to make the jacket, so I will be searching for that. And I got some shopping to do, bottom line. So let's see, what else is going on? Not a lot. My greenhouse is just as cute as ever, and we still have flowers. Look out that window, you can't see, but maybe I should take you on a little garden tour. It's really pretty right now with the clouds today. And you know, if you're not into photography, cloudy days are the best pictures because there's no bright sun and no shadows. So I think I'll walk through the garden for you and show you what we still have blooming. Tons of stuff still blooming. And we're having fun with the garden. It's a new a little experiment for me and hubby. It started with our COVID garden, which we built when we stayed home for a while, and it just grew from there. And I mean, what a journey it's been. But we're kind of the not sure what stuff is going to go where. We try to follow the directions of what goes in the sun and what goes in the shade, blah, blah, blah. And we just kind of plant and see what likes it, you know? And then more of that, please. So I feel like this garden's going to be amazing in like 3 years, you know? It's like this long-term thing. A lady at church just gave me some bear's britches. Why is that funny? There's this beautiful flower that just grows with no watering in our climate, in our elevation, no watering. Sign me up. We also ordered some bulbs for some more irises because there's a couple irises out there that didn't need watering, have lived here forever, and so we want more of that drought resistant stuff because we're in a dry climate. When you see my garden, you're going to see all that brown, dry grass. That's everywhere. That's every hill, everywhere you go. When you're driving around here, it's very brown all summer. It looks green in the winter and the spring. Some of the winter, only when it's been raining a lot. But mostly, we live in a really dry, brown, dried out grass climate. That's why we have so many forest fires, I think. So, you know, it's nice to plant things that I don't have to water because, you know, that gets time consuming, blah, blah, blah. We don't really, less watering is better. So we try to match all of that. And I got some more tulips for the spring. Can't have too many of those. So I hope you're having a great weekend wherever you are. I hope you're making some fun projects. I wish I had more fun projects. Truly I do. And I need them. I'm looking forward to some stuff in my closet. You know, you need a few new things, right? It's fall. It's like back to school clothes. We need some back to fall clothes. So I'm looking, and let me know what you're working on. Maybe I'll be inspired by you. And favorite fabric sources, especially for that plaid flannel or whatever. Plaid something. What do you think that was? Does anybody have that fabric, know what it is? So I can find that. Okay, I've babbled enough. I'm gonna let you go. Moving on to all the other Friday Sews videos. Hashtag Friday Sews. Thank you, Jen from In Jen's Sewing Room. And I just want to leave you with this thought. If you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, come on over. I'm there every day, pretty much every day. And I'd love to see you there. So come by and see me there and we'll connect. I would look forward to that. So thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye now. Here's the beautiful view of the greenhouse. Oh my gosh, we put so much effort into all of this. Hubby has put so much effort into all of this. These plant stands, all his vision, so much of his ideas. So let's just go. Look at all this. I bought this cute little wheelbarrow. It's actually a seed spreader, antique. And these purple flowers are very happy there. This little wagon was my husband's wagon when he was a little boy. And the greenhouse is doing great. All these plants are just doing great since we put up the fence and the deer can't eat them. This area right here is where the bear's britches will go. He's already planted them somewhere. And these tall spindly things were the tiger lilies. They were so beautiful. These snapdragons love it here. And so do these orange flowers. When we bought those, they were practically dead at Lowe's in their dead plant section. That's what I call it. Does anybody remember these cute little tiles that we had the kids make, our grandkids? Geraniums love it in here. Very happy. And I've got some microgreens I just started. So I'll show you that. It's going really good. And everything in here is doing pretty good. Love, love, love the greenhouse. Love it. See how brown and dry everything is where you don't water? A new little fruit tree right there that hubby planted. And then he's got some more stuff down here that could spread. We hope that spreads. And then I'll take you down to what I call the sewing room garden, because it's right outside the sewing room window. So see right there, that's the irises. And where he wants to put those, I hope I'm not making you too dizzy, is all back up in here behind that greenhouse. You see? So that'll be cool. And then cute little wheelbarrow. Love that little garden. That garden right there is so happy that hubby made. Everything in there is happy. And it looks like something right there is about to bloom. Do you see it? All the little pieces? That's going to be amazing. And then we go down here. That window is my sewing room. So this view is right up where my sewing table faces. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it so much. So many of these plants were from the 50% off at Lowe's. Like that one that was practically dead. There was a couple of them. So super excited to see what comes back next year. We try to only get perennials so that they'll come back, and some stuff that says it is annual still comes back, so that's cool. And then we got a few things here. The lilies are definitely spent, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And that little bush, that little plant turns red, so that should be really pretty. And I love this ground cover. More of that, please. So there's everything. See if I can back up. What would that be? This one? Yeah. There you have it. Down to the greenhouse.